Earth's orbit was quiet. For weeks, satellites and sensors had been scanning the vast emptiness of space. Scientists monitored every blip, every energy wave. The military kept a constant watch, ready for any threat. But on this particular day, the calm of space was broken by a strange signal. A soft, steady SOS came through the sensors. The signal was not aggressive. It was calm, almost peaceful. Scientists stared at their screens in disbelief. "This is an alien SOS," one of them whispered. The message repeated, simple but urgent. The world's experts gathered, trying to understand what it meant. The aliens were asking for help, but the signal carried a strange energy that nobody could explain. The military reacted differently. Generals and commanders studied the readings with narrowed eyes. "We don't know who they are," one officer said. "And we don't know if they are friendly. We have to be cautious." While scientists wanted to respond, the military feared it could be a trap. Meanwhile, deep in space, an alien fleet watched Earth silently. Their massive ships hid beyond asteroid fields and planets, observing without revealing themselves. The aliens believed humans were weak. They thought this planet was primitive, its defenses slow and unprepared. They had no idea what was coming. Back on Earth, debate raged. Should they respond to the SOS? Some scientists argued it was their duty to help. "They are asking for aid," one scientist said. "We cannot ignore a life in danger." Others were wary. "It could be a trick," another replied. "We don't know their intentions. This could be a trap to lure us into space." Amid the discussions, small warning signs began to appear. Sensors picked up strange energy spikes, minor but unusual. Sometimes the waves disappeared as quickly as they appeared. Other times, they moved in patterns that no one could understand. These signals were too small to be a threat, but their unknown origin made everyone uneasy. At the space agencies, the tension was palpable. Scientists stared at data, trying to decipher the meaning behind these unusual energy readings. Every now and then, the signal from the alien ship strengthened, then weakened. It was as if the ship was testing them, sending small hints, but never revealing its full purpose. The news leaked to governments worldwide. Panic did not spread, but curiosity did. Reporters speculated, politicians questioned, and citizens stared at the night sky, wondering what secrets lay in the dark stretches of space. Humans had never faced anything like this. The signal promised help, yet the unknown energy spike suggested danger. Then, without warning, the alien ship vanished. All sensors went silent. The SOS stopped. Screens that had been glowing with alien messages turned dark. Scientists froze, unable to comprehend what had just happened. The military scrambled satellites, radar, and deep space scanners, but it was gone. As if the ship had never been there. "Impossible," one scientist muttered. "It cannot just disappear." The generals were equally shocked. Plans for a cautious response vanished with the signal. Questions filled the air. Was it a warning? A test? Or a trap? Everyone waited, but there was no sign of the alien vessel. The sudden disappearance left more questions than answers. Energy spikes continued in small bursts, teasing humans from the shadows of space. Every technician, every astronomer felt the tension. Something had changed. Earth had been noticed, and for the first time humanity realized it was not alone, and it was being watched. Across the globe, messages were sent. Military headquarters activated all defense protocols. Scientists continued analyzing the SOS, trying to predict if the aliens would return. Even ordinary citizens, unaware of the full details, looked at the skies with a sense of unease. Something had arrived, something unknown, and it had vanished without explanation. No one knew why the ship had left. Some thought it was scared. Others believed it was preparing for something bigger. And some feared the truth. The aliens were not asking for help. They were observing, calculating, waiting. As night fell, Earth's skies remained calm. But below, in control rooms, satellites, and observation stations, humans felt it. The calm was only temporary. The first move had been made, and the game had just begun. The unexpected war was coming, and no one knew when or how. The message was clear. Earth had been noticed. And whoever had sent the SOS would not forget the planet that watched back. The alien ship had disappeared, leaving Earth in uneasy silence. Scientists stared at screens that now showed nothing but empty space. Military generals frowned at blinking radars, struggling to understand how a massive ship could vanish without a trace. Questions hung in the air. Had it really gone? Or was it hiding, waiting for the right moment? Humanity had never faced the unknown like this before. For decades, Earth had scanned the skies, but no alien presence had been confirmed. And now, suddenly, One of the most advanced civilizations in the galaxy, or at least a part of it, had made contact. The calm SOS had vanished, but its mystery lingered like smoke. Governments around the world convened emergency meetings. In high-tech command rooms, military leaders argued about the next step. "We cannot ignore this," said a general. "It may return. We have to be ready." Others warned patience. "We don't even know if it was friendly. One wrong move and we could start a war we cannot win." Meanwhile, scientists continued to study the faint traces left by the alien signal. Patterns appeared in the energy readings, almost like messages hidden in the waves. Some suggested it was a map of sorts. Others thought it might be a warning or a test. No one could agree and no one could be sure. Small human scout ships were prepared and launched. Their mission was clear: find any trace of the alien ship and report back. The pilots were tense, knowing that this could be the most dangerous mission in human history. Space was empty, dark, and unpredictable. Every blip on their radar could be a threat, or a clue. Days passed. The scouts returned with strange reports. Some had experienced sudden electrical interference. Others reported glimpses of energy fields that appeared and vanished too quickly to study. One ship even recorded a faint shadow, moving at impossible speed. The pilots could not explain what they had seen. Every observation added to the mystery and the fear. Meanwhile, Earth's population remained unaware of the full danger. News agencies reported a strange signal from space, but details were limited. Still, curiosity spread. People stared at the night sky, wondering what might be out there. Children asked questions their parents could not answer. The world had felt small, but suddenly the universe seemed larger, more alive, and more threatening than ever. Back in the command centers, a pattern began to emerge. Energy readings hinted that the alien ship, or ships, were not far away. The spikes were faint but persistent, suggesting observation. Someone, or something, was watching Earth closely, analyzing every move. Humans had no idea whether the aliens were friend or foe, but one thing was certain: the calm SOS had been only the beginning. Tensions grew as the military upgraded defenses. Satellites were armed with alert systems, and planetary shields were tested at maximum capacity. Scientists raced to decode the energy signals, searching for meaning in the strange pulses. Nothing was conclusive, yet every clue pointed to one undeniable fact: humanity was being noticed by something far beyond its understanding. Then suddenly another signal appeared. It was different this time, stronger, sharper, almost urgent. Scientists and military leaders alike held their breath as the data flooded in. The message was incomplete, fragmented, like a puzzle missing pieces. But one thing was clear: the aliens were back and they were closer than before. Panic mixed with excitement in human hearts. Some saw an opportunity for diplomacy, a chance to make first contact properly. Others prepared for war, fearing the worst. The debate raged through command centers, research labs, and government offices. Every decision felt critical, every moment weighted with the unknown. Meanwhile, deep in space, the alien fleet watched. They whispered among themselves, surprised by Earth's readiness. The humans had responded intelligently, even to the faintest signs of danger. They were cautious, observant, and surprisingly coordinated. The aliens had expected confusion, fear, maybe surrender, but they saw none of it. Instead, they saw something that made them pause: determination. That determination would change everything. What began as a simple SOS, calm, almost pleading, had awakened something in humanity. The humans were watching, learning, and preparing. And as the alien fleet debated their next move, they did not notice the subtle shifts in human defenses. They did not realize that Earth's quiet observers were readying a response far deadlier than they had imagined. The suspense built day by day. Every radar blip, every energy spike, every signal was a question mark. Were the aliens friendly? Were they planning an attack? Or were they testing the humans, seeing what they were capable of? No one could say. And that uncertainty made every moment tense, every decision vital. And then one night, the skies above Earth seemed to hold their breath. Satellites detected a massive energy spike unlike anything before. The signal was powerful, but it disappeared just as quickly as it came. Human eyes widened at the screens. Something was approaching. Something large. And whatever it was, it would soon make its presence known. Earth was watching. Humanity was ready, or at least as ready as anyone could be. And deep in space, the aliens were beginning to realize that they had underestimated the planet they had reached out to. The calm SOS had provoked more than curiosity. It had provoked a response that would change everything. The stage was set. The unexpected war was no longer just a warning. was coming. The quiet of space ended abruptly. Alien scouts that had been hiding near Earth's orbit suddenly moved. They attacked small human stations, testing defenses. The humans were caught off guard at first. Alarms blared across command centers. Red lights flashed. Satellites scrambled to track the incoming ships. Generals and commanders watched as the first small alien fleet approached. They believed it would be an easy attack. "These humans are weak," one alien commander said through a translator device. "Their technology is slow. Their defenses are primitive. This will be simple." The aliens laughed, thinking victory was guaranteed. But humans were ready in ways the aliens did not expect. Earth's military had prepared contingency plans after the mysterious SOS and energy spikes. Fighter jets, orbital satellites, and deep space defense systems were armed. Human fleets moved with precision, coordinating like they had trained for this moment their entire lives. The first exchange began quietly. Alien ships fired their energy beams, aiming for human stations. But humans had anticipated this. Shield generators activated just in time, absorbing the initial blast. Countermeasures launched automatically, confusing alien targeting systems. One by one, the alien scouts were forced back. In the control room of a human command ship, Admiral Ross stared at the screens. "They think they can scare us," he said calmly. "But they have no idea what humanity is capable of." Scientists and engineers worked furiously, monitoring the alien ship's energy patterns. They calculated weak points and guided the human fleet to strike with maximum impact. The first major strike came from unexpected directions. Human warships used stealth paths, avoiding detection, and hit alien engines directly. Explosions rocked the void, lighting up the dark space around Earth like fireworks. Alien commanders panicked. "This cannot be happening," one shouted. "These humans are organized." Even on Earth, civilians could see strange flashes in the sky. Satellites recorded them. News channels interrupted programs to show scientists explaining unusual bursts in orbit. People whispered about aliens and war, but no one could comprehend the scale of what was unfolding silently above their heads. The aliens tried to retreat, but human scouts had already blocked exit routes. Every escape path was monitored, every ship targeted. Humans adapted quickly, predicting alien maneuvers as if they could read their thoughts. The alien fleet, confident just hours before, now struggled to survive. Meanwhile, deep in space, the alien flagship watched the battle unfold. Its massive size and advanced weapons made it a terrifying presence. Yet even it could not stop the human coordination. One after another, alien ships fell to precise human strikes. Every time a human missile hit, a flash of energy from alien shields illuminated the battlefield. Then the ship was gone. On Earth, scientists realized something incredible. The humans had learned from observing previous alien attacks. They had studied energy patterns, predicted movements, and designed tactics in real time. What the aliens considered primitive was now deadly. Every small miscalculation by the aliens resulted in catastrophic losses. The first strike ended with a shocking revelation. Only a handful of alien scouts survived the engagement. They retreated, badly damaged, sending urgent messages to their main fleet. "The humans, they are not what we expected," one commander reported. "We underestimated them, terribly." In human command centers there was cautious relief. They had survived the initial attack, and in doing so had sent a warning. Humans were not weak. Humans were capable of strategy, skill, and deadly precision. For the first time, the aliens realized Earth was not a simple planet to conquer. But the victory brought more questions than answers. Where had the alien fleet come from? Was this only a small scouting party? And most importantly, what would happen when the main alien forces arrived? Every officer and scientist knew the truth. The first strike was only the beginning. Deep in the shadows of space, the alien high command gathered. Their calm SOS had been a test, and now they understood a terrifying reality: humanity could fight back, and in ways they could not have imagined. Alien leaders whispered anxiously, unsure how to respond. The humans were stronger, smarter, and faster than anyone expected. On Earth, civilians remained unaware of the full scale of the battle. Only the flashes in orbit hinted at the war brewing above. But in the hearts of every human pilot, engineer, and soldier, a new confidence grew. The unexpected had become a reality. Earth could fight back, and win. As night fell over the planet, commanders stared at the skies. Every sensor and radar pulse told the same story: the first strike had failed to scare humanity. If anything, it had awakened something far deadlier than the aliens had anticipated. The unexpected war was no longer a threat, it was a challenge. and humanity was ready to meet it head-on. The first strike had ended, but the war was only beginning. And as humans prepared for the next move, the alien commanders realized a horrifying truth. The planet they had tested was more dangerous than any weapon in their fleet. Humanity's response had only just begun. The skies above Earth were tense. Every radar blip, every energy pulse reminded humans that the aliens were still out there, watching. But this time humanity was ready, not just to defend but to strike back with full force. The first strike had been a warning. Now it was time for the deadliest response. In orbit, the human fleet gathered quietly. Warships of all sizes glided through the blackness, shields humming, engines ready. Pilots checked their weapons, engineers monitored every system. Every move was precise, calculated, and coordinated. They had learned from the first attack. They had adapted. They were ready. On the alien side, panic was spreading. Their commanders, once confident, now whispered anxiously in their control rooms. "These humans, they are not weak," one said. "They are faster, smarter, deadlier than we expected." The fleet had believed in simple victories. They had thought Earth would be easily overpowered. They had been wrong. The humans struck first. Using stealth maneuvers and unexpected attack angles, the fleet targeted the alien scouts that had survived the first strike. Missiles and energy beams tore through the shadows of space. Explosions lit the void, reflecting in the hulls of human warships. The aliens scrambled, trying to respond, but humanity had predicted their moves. Back on Earth, scientists watched in awe. The patterns of alien energy weapons were now known, weaknesses calculated and exploited. Engineers guided human attacks in real time, coordinating entire fleets with precision that stunned even military veterans. Every human move hit the aliens harder than they could defend. The alien flagship entered the battle zone, massive and imposing. It unleashed its weapons, firing with devastating force. But humans were ready. Energy shields glowed, absorbing the blows. Human fighters darted around, striking the flagship from angles it could not anticipate. One by one, the alien escort ships fell, their destruction echoing silently across space. In the alien command room, fear took hold. "We underestimated them, terribly," a commander admitted. "They are not just defending. They are attacking with knowledge, with skill, with strategy we cannot match." For the first time, the aliens felt the true power of humanity, the combination of intelligence, courage, and adaptability. Meanwhile, human Admiral Ross coordinated the fleet from orbit. "Every strike counts," he said. "Do not hold back. Show them what Earth can do." Pilots grinned as they maneuvered with perfect synchronization. Missiles found their targets, energy blasts disrupted alien shields, and ships that had once seemed untouchable now fell one by one. The battle raged on, more intense than the first strike. The alien fleet, which had mocked humans just days ago, was now on the defensive. Every command was shouted, every sensor monitored. Yet the humans stayed calm, their strategy fluid, their coordination deadly. Each move was planned, yet flexible enough to adapt to surprises. On Earth, people felt the tension even without knowing the details. Satellites recorded flashes in orbit, news agencies showed mysterious streaks of light, and astronomers whispered about the incredible activity above. Humanity had become a force to be reckoned with. The planet they had once underestimated now fought with unmatched cunning. The final blow of the day came when human warships surrounded the remaining alien fleet. A coordinated strike disabled alien engines, leaving their ships floating helpless in space. Explosions rocked the void. Energy shields flickered and died. The aliens who had once mocked Earth now realized the terrifying truth. Humanity was not just defending, it was dominating. The human fleet regrouped, standing ready. They had shown the aliens their full power. And for the first time, alien commanders truly feared Earth. Humanity's deadliest response was no longer a rumor or theory. It was real, visible in the wreckage of alien ships and the silent fear spreading through enemy ranks. Admiral Ross looked at the sensors, seeing the retreating alien forces. He knew this was only the beginning. "We have sent a message," he said quietly. "Earth does not surrender. Earth does not fear. And Earth will not be underestimated again." In deep space, the alien high command tried to reassess. Their SOS had been a test, their calculations flawed. The humans had responded with intelligence, courage, and deadly precision. What they thought would be a simple encounter had turned into a disaster. Fear replaced confidence, doubt replaced strategy. And humanity's reputation was now written in the stars. Earth was dangerous, deadly, unpredictable. The unexpected war had escalated. Humans had moved from defense to domination. And above all, one truth remained clear. The planet they had mocked was no longer just a survivor. Humanity was a force, a deadly one, that would not be ignored. The battle continued, but the aliens now knew the truth. Earth would fight. Earth would win. And whatever they had planned, whatever tricks or weapons they had, they would face the deadliest response they had ever imagined. The alien flagship approached Earth's orbit, massive and threatening. Its crew expected a simple victory. After all, they had the most advanced fleet in the galaxy. But as they scanned the planet below, what they saw made them pause. Human warships were everywhere, moving with precision, shields glowing, weapons ready. The humans had prepared and they were waiting. In the alien command room, panic began to spread. "How can this be?" one commander shouted. "We were sure of their weakness. Their defenses are supposed to fail. And yet, look at them." The calm SOS that had once seemed harmless now appeared to have been a trap, or a test that humans had mastered. On Earth, Admiral Ross studied the incoming fleet. "They've come," he said. "And now we show them the full power of humanity." Scientists guided attacks in real time, calculating every movement, predicting alien strategies before they were even executed. Human warships darted through orbit, striking from unexpected angles. The first shock for the aliens came within minutes. Their energy beams, which had been devastating in previous battles, were deflected by human shields. Missiles aimed at human ships exploded harmlessly or were redirected by automated defense systems. The humans had anticipated every standard tactic, every common attack. The alien commanders couldn't believe what they were seeing. Explosions lit up the darkness of space. Human warships struck in perfect coordination, surrounding the alien fleet. Every attack was precise, exploiting weaknesses that humans had learned from the previous encounters. Alien ships that had once seemed invincible now fell one by one. Panic spread across the enemy command. "Retreat! Retreat!" one alien leader screamed, but it was too late. The humans had blocked all escape routes. Energy nets and orbital traps slowed the alien vessels, making them easy targets. The alien flagship, enormous and powerful, could not maneuver quickly enough to avoid human strikes. Its shields flickered, sparks flying as beams from human ships hit critical systems. Meanwhile, on Earth, the population remained unaware of the full scale of the battle. Satellites transmitted flashes of light, strange patterns in orbit, and energy bursts. Scientists and military leaders monitored every detail, but the general public saw only glimmers in the sky. Yet the humans controlling the fleet knew this was historic. Humanity had turned from being observed to being feared. The alien shock reached its peak when the flagship's main energy cannon, meant to obliterate human warships, failed. Human engineers had predicted the firing patterns and had disrupted the weapon's core before it could fire fully. Sparks and energy surges ripped through the alien ship, leaving it crippled. For the first time, the alien crew felt the terror of defeat. Even the survivors of the earlier alien scouts watched in disbelief. They had come to take over Earth, to exploit its resources, to claim it as easy prey. Instead, they faced humans who were not only defending their planet but striking with deadly intelligence. Every move was planned, every attack executed perfectly. The humans were nothing like the weak species they had mocked. Admiral Ross gave the final order. Finish the perimeter strike. Disable the rest of their fleet. Leave no chance for recovery. Human warships obeyed, their weapons targeting engines, communication systems, and energy cores. Alien ships exploded silently in the void, leaving only wreckage floating in orbit. The alien commanders could not comprehend it. Their fleet, superior in numbers and technology, had been systematically destroyed by humans they considered primitive. The SOS that had been a call for help, or perhaps a trap, had unleashed the deadliest response the galaxy had ever seen. For the first time in their lives, the aliens feared humans. They whispered warnings to each other, realizing they had underestimated Earth in every possible way. The planet they had thought of as weak had become a nightmare, capable of destroying the mightiest fleets. On Earth, humans regrouped, scanning the skies for any remaining threats. Every pilot, engineer, and scientist felt a surge of pride. They had defended their home and struck fear into an alien force. Humanity's reputation had changed forever. No longer would they be ignored, dismissed, or underestimated. The unexpected war had reached its climax. Humans had not only survived, they had dominated. Alien commanders would remember this day forever. Humanity had shown its true strength: intelligence, courage, and the ability to strike with deadly precision. And yet, deep in space, some alien survivors whispered to each other. "This is only the beginning," they said. "Humanity is dangerous, and they are only getting stronger. Earth had won the battle, but the war was far from over. The stage was set for the final confrontation, and the galaxy would soon witness the full force of humanity's deadliest response. The silence after the battle was deafening. The alien fleet that had threatened Earth was either destroyed or in full retreat. Wreckage floated in orbit, a grim reminder of what humanity was capable of. Command centers on Earth were filled with exhausted but triumphant officers, scientists, and pilots. Humanity had survived the unexpected war, and it had dominated. Admiral Ross stood in the control room watching the blinking sensors. "They will not forget this," he said quietly. "Earth has sent a message to the galaxy. Humanity cannot be ignored." Around him, teams coordinated recovery efforts, repaired warships, and scanned for any remaining threats. Every human on the planet felt a sense of pride mixed with caution. The war was over for now, but the galaxy had changed forever. The alien survivors, hiding in deep space, whispered fearfully. "Earth, they are not like any species we have encountered," one commander said. "They are not weak. They are clever. They are deadly." Panic and disbelief spread through the remaining fleets. The calm SOS they had once sent now seemed like a foolish mistake. Instead of summoning help, they had awakened a power far beyond their expectations. On Earth, scientists worked tirelessly to study the alien technology left behind. Advanced engines, energy cores, and weapon systems were analyzed and reverse-engineered. Engineers realized that humanity's future defense would be stronger than ever. For the first time, humans had the tools to rival the most advanced civilizations in the galaxy. Meanwhile, citizens looked up at the skies, unaware of the full scale of the war above them. Some saw flashes of light from destroyed alien ships, strange auroras caused by energy pulses, and satellites capturing unusual events. The world had changed even if people did not know it yet. Humanity had proven that it could defend itself, and more than that, it could strike with precision and power that no enemy could ignore. Back in orbit, the remaining alien ships retreated, damaged and frightened. Their leaders realized that Earth was no ordinary planet. They had underestimated its inhabitants, dismissing humans as weak and primitive. Now they understood a horrifying truth. This species, small and seemingly fragile, had the skill, intelligence, and courage to destroy even the most advanced fleets. Admiral Ross addressed his fleet over the communication network. "Today we defended our home. We showed the galaxy who we are. But remember this, vigilance is key. We have proven our strength, but we must continue to grow, to prepare, and to defend. Humanity will never be caught off guard again." The crew cheered quietly, knowing the truth of his words. They had survived, and they had sent a warning that would echo across the stars. For the alien survivors, fear and respect replaced arrogance. "We must return and report," one whispered. "Earth is dangerous. If we ever underestimate them again, our entire fleet could be lost." The galaxy had been reminded of humanity's power, and word would spread quickly. Earth was not to be trifled with. As the planet settled into calm once more, humanity began to reflect. What had started as a simple SOS from aliens had become a lesson in resilience and strength. The unexpected war had tested the limits of human courage, intelligence, and strategy. Humanity had responded, and in ways that no enemy could have predicted. The final message was clear. Earth had survived. Earth had triumphed. And the galaxy would never forget the planet that had stood its ground, fought back, and emerged victorious. Humanity's deadliest response had been delivered, and it would forever serve as a warning to those who thought the species was weak. Above all, one truth remained unshakable: Earth would fight. Earth would protect its people. And Earth would never allow itself to be underestimated again. The unexpected war had ended, but humanity's story in the stars was only beginning. The galaxy had seen its power, and the legend of Earth, the Deathworlders, the humans who struck back, would echo across space for generations. The final verdict was clear: humanity had won, and its dominion in the stars was just starting.